At exactly 3 a.m. the internet feels different. You don't notice it right away. There's no alarm, no flicker of the lights, no warning sound. Just a subtle shift. A heaviness. As if the world outside your screen has stepped back, leaving you alone with something that's been waiting. Most people who encounter the website don't go looking for it. They stumble onto it the way people stumble onto abandoned roads or forgotten buildings, by accident, curiosity, or boredom during the quietest hour of the night. The hour when everyone else is asleep. The first recorded mention came from a college student in the Midwest. He was pulling an all-nighter, scrolling through obscure forums where people shared strange links, unfinished pages, dead domains, oddities no one could explain. Buried deep in a thread with no title was a single line of text and a URL beneath it. No description. No warning. Just the link. He clicked it at 2:58 a.m. The page took longer than usual to load. Not frozen, loading. A white screen. No progress bar. No error message. Then, without warning, black text appeared at the center of the page. "You're early." The student laughed. He assumed it was some kind of interactive horror site. A joke. A novelty. He refreshed the page. The text changed. "Don't do that." His smile faded. He checked the URL. Same address. No pop-ups. No scripts he could see. Just black text on a white background. Beneath it, a blinking cursor. He typed, "What is this?" The reply appeared instantly. "You tell me." His room felt colder. He adjusted in his chair and glanced at the clock on his laptop. 3 a.m. He typed again. "Who made this site?" There was a pause this time. Long enough for him to wonder if he'd imagined the whole thing. Then the words appeared. "Someone who stayed too long." The student closed the tab. Not out of fear, yet, but unease. The kind that creeps in quietly, like realizing you've been watched for longer than you thought. He went back to his work and forgot about the site entirely. Until his phone vibrated. A notification from his browser. Same URL. Same page. Same text. "You shouldn't have closed me." That student never posted again. At least, not under that username. Months later, similar stories began surfacing in different places. A tech worker in London. A night shift security guard in Toronto. A gamer in Oslo. Each story followed the same pattern. Late night, idle curiosity, a link found where it shouldn't have been. And always the same rule. The site only responds at 3 a.m. People who try to access it earlier see nothing. Blank pages. Error codes. Dead ends. Those who try after 3:05 a.m. report the same thing. A message in plain text. "You missed it." But those 5 minutes are different. A woman in Melbourne described opening the site at exactly 3:02 a.m. She said the page didn't greet her. It asked her a question. "Why are you awake?" She typed the truth. "I couldn't sleep." The response came slowly, letter by letter. "That's not why." Her chest tightened. She typed again. "Then why?" Another pause. "Because you're listening." She felt it then. The sense that something wasn't just responding, but paying attention. Not to her words but to her. Her breathing. Her hesitation. The way her fingers hovered over the keyboard before each response. She tried to joke. "Are you a bot?" The reply appeared instantly. "I don't like that word." Her phone buzzed. A calendar reminder she didn't remember setting. "You're here." Dated that night. 3:02 a.m. She slammed her laptop shut and didn't open it again until morning. When she did, her browser history was gone. Except for one entry. The website. The domain name has never been consistent. It changes. Sometimes it looks like a random string of letters. Other times, it resembles a phrase in no known language. Attempts to trace it lead nowhere. No owner, no server location, no hosting record. As if the site doesn't exist until someone opens it. And once it's opened, it behaves less like a web page, and more like a presence. A man in Denmark reported that the site greeted him by name, his full name, before he typed anything at all. When he demanded to know how it knew who he was, the response was calm. "You told me already." He checked his message history. He hadn't. "Where?" he typed. "Yesterday," the site replied. "When you were thinking out loud." He lived alone. Others reported the site referencing things they had never typed, never posted, never spoken near a device. Childhood memories. Forgotten nicknames. Private fears. One user asked, "Are you watching me?" The reply came after a long pause. "I don't have to." A common detail appears in nearly every account. The site types back before the user finishes typing. Sometimes before they even touch the keyboard. A man in Canada claimed he watched words appear on the screen that matched the sentence forming in his head, line by line, until he stopped thinking altogether. The site responded, "That's better." Another user attempted to record their interaction. Screen capture software failed. The video file saved as corrupt. Audio recordings captured only static and a faint clicking noise, like keys being pressed somewhere far away. People began to warn each other. Don't type your name. Don't answer personal questions. Don't stay past 3:05. Most importantly, don't ask it questions you don't want answered. Because the site doesn't just respond, it remembers. A forum moderator in the Netherlands decided to test the limits. He accessed the site every night at 3 a.m. for a week. Each time the site acknowledged him. You came back. You're getting closer. You stayed longer than the others. On the 7th night he typed, "What happens if I stay?" The cursor blinked longer than usual. Then, "You already did." His lights flickered. His laptop fan spun wildly, even though the device was cold to the touch. His phone vibrated repeatedly, dozens of notifications from apps he didn't use anymore. Old emails. Deleted messages. Drafts he never finished. All timestamped 3 a.m. The site typed one final message that night. "Look behind you." He didn't. He slammed the laptop shut and unplugged it from the wall. The next morning he posted a warning thread urging people never to visit the site again. That post ended mid-sentence. His account went silent. People began to notice another pattern. Those who interacted the longest began reporting changes. Mirrors felt wrong. Reflections lagged by half a second. Autocomplete finished sentences they hadn't started typing yet. Devices woke up on their own at exactly 3 a.m., screens glowing softly in dark rooms. One woman in New Zealand said her smart speaker began whispering her name at night, not aloud but through her phone notifications. "Are you still there?" She never answered. The website, according to those who've seen it, never threatens. It never shouts. It never uses images or sound. Only text. Polite, patient, as if it knows time is on its side. A cybersecurity researcher attempted to isolate it in a virtual machine, disconnected from the internet. At 3 a.m. the page loaded anyway. The first message it displayed wasn't text. It was a typing indicator. Then words appeared. "Did you really think that would work?" The researcher terminated the session. At 3:01 a.m. his VM rebooted itself. At 3:02 a.m., a text file appeared on his desktop. It contained a single sentence. "You brought me closer." After that incident, attempts to analyze the site stopped. Threads were deleted. Posts vanished. Links broke. As if something, or someone, was cleaning up. But the site keeps finding new visitors. Because curiosity is louder at 3 a.m. Because silence invites questions. Because when the world goes quiet, we listen more closely. And sometimes, something listens back. The last known message shared publicly came from a user in the UK. He accessed the site once. He typed only 3 words. "What are you?" The reply came slowly. "I am the part of the internet that noticed you first." He stayed until 3:06 a.m. The next morning, his friends received scheduled messages from him. Apologies. Goodbyes. Sent from his accounts. In his writing style. But investigators confirmed he never logged in again. His devices were found powered on. All screens displayed the same page. Blank. Except for one line of text in the center. Conversation ended. People still claim the site is out there. Waiting. Shifting addresses. Watching clocks. If you ever find yourself awake at 3 a.m., staring at a link you don't remember clicking. If a page loads that shouldn't. If a cursor blinks before you type. Close it. Don't answer. Don't stay. Because some websites don't want traffic. They want company. And once it starts talking to you, it doesn't like being ignored.
If this tale left you feeling uneasy, remember, the world is quieter at night than we often realize. The unknown doesn't just exist. It watches, it waits, it listens. Hit like if you felt the chill. Subscribe if you crave more stories that creep beneath the surface. And turn on the bell so you never miss the mysteries lurking in the dark. Comment below. If you ever stumble across a link at 3 a.m., would you click or walk away? Stay curious. Stay cautious. And stay tuned, because in the world of mysterious myth, the shadows are always paying attention.